Welcome to the Taking Charge podcast. This is your host, John Olson. I'd like to talk about a book I wrote several years ago, my financial journey. It was a journey that I had undertaken in 2008. By then, I had I'd gotten in trouble because I'd been overdrafting my checking account many times, and I was taking out payday loans to cover one payday loan to another payday loan to another payday loan. So I got myself into financial trouble. It was one of the biggest reasons because I got caught up with having to pay child support because of my divorce and that in 2001, 2004 actually, when it was final. And I read Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Financial IQ. I wanted to learn more about finances at the time. And so I wrote a book about it, basically. In the beginning, understanding the new rule of money, protect your money, budgeting your money, leveraging your money, financial statement, further your learning, making money, making more money, ways to help you learn more effectively, a new beginning, and living out your dream. Living out your dream is following your passion. A new beginning is what I ended up having to file bankruptcy to move on from the financial disaster I had created for myself. Ways to help you learn. I kept reading books and studying as much as possible. Matter of fact, I went back to college and got a degree in accounting. Financial statement is basically it's a report card of what your finances look like. Leveraging money is using other people's money. Budgeting money, basically, keep track of all your money you spend, even the little stuff. You could always end up wondering where all your money went if you don't keep track of even the littlest of things you spend things on. You could all of a sudden just wonder, where did my money go? Protect your money is basically building a business, building separate businesses to cover certain items, certain parts of your business. Say you want to run a carpentry business. Well, rent your tools from another business which is separate from your carpentry business, and now you don't really own those tools. So if somebody wanted to, say, sue you, they can't force you to sell those tools because they're not your tools to sell, or vice versa, car or anything. In other words, limit your liability and become less of attractive of a target, which is what most people look for when they want to sue you. I'd also learned, by reading and studying, that President Roosevelt, in the 5th of April 1933, signed an executive order 6102. He based this order on a 1917 trading with the enemy act during the time of war. He wanted to try to stop people from hoarding gold. So he wanted people to turn in their gold. You couldn't own more than $100 worth of gold at the time. But I had also heard or read that the Rothschilds didn't want you to own real gold because real gold is real money. Okay. The money we had back then was backed by gold at the time. But now it's basically this, it's not backed by anything, it's just backed by the basic government. It's a currency. It's a fiat currency. So in other words, it's basically worthless other than backed by the faith of the government. Nixon was the one that created the fiat currency. They had to run a gold, so he took us off the gold standard, which kind of added to the inflation that we were suffering. But that wasn't the real root cause of the suffering. Come to find out, they had put us on price controls. Price controls basically means that you get less of a certain less of a product because there is no incentive to produce that said product. And so once we got taken off those price controls, prices boomed, which added tremendously to the inflation that we suffered in the late 70s, early 80s, and a little bit beyond into the mid 80s. And if you like this content, subscribe and like this video. It'll help give the promotion of this video and other videos that I produce. Ever played any games like Risk, Monopoly? Money is all about strategy. Money, but working to try to get rich is bad. It don't work that way. You have to have a mindset towards finances, and you have to set aside money to invest in passive generating income, like real estate and secure bonds and securities and that. And gold is always a good asset to own. It'll appreciate over time, along with silver and that. And if you can, get into oil. The book I had written is Olson, My Financial Journey, and you can pick it up at Amazon.com. If you like this content, subscribe, like, and share this video. It helps me make more of this content. Yeah, it helps in the algorithms of YouTube. And Kari Traa, Norwegian heritage. She's been in the business for 20 years. KariTraa.com. I'll put it down in the description. Dale of Norway, US Dale of Norway .com, and Nordic Socks. Get pampered in the north. NordicSocks.com. This is where you can pick them up. Bone Frog is Navy SEAL founded and operated coffee company. You can pick it up at bonefrogcoffeecompany.com. I'll leave it down in the comments, the description as well. Thank you. You can pick up Olson My Financial Journey at Amazon.com or authorhouse.com.